We all know that consumers are once again choosing SUVs for their new vehicle purchase, but that doesn't mean they want to forego the thrilling performance they had in their car. Well, enter the new breed of racier sport utility vehicles, like this, the new Ford Edge ST.
Just weeks ago, I reviewed the updated 2019 Edge Titanium Elite and discovered it was still competitive in the midsize SUV segment, but that Father Time had eroded some of its appeal. So to keep their 5-passenger sport ute on the cutting edge, Ford Performance has tricked one out all of their own.
Until now, the ST treatment has been reserved for the Fiesta and Focus, but this is the first time Ford is infusing it into one of their SUVs, and it brings with it sharper handling via a sport-tuned suspension, a new sport mode for the quick-shifting 8-speed auto, replete with a more pronounced exhaust note, standard all-wheel drive, and a twin-turbo V6. Inside, the contoured sport seats hold you firmly in place. It's a thoughtful package that will satisfy the enthusiast driver at a reasonable price without going so far as to water down the Edge's family responsibilities.
This 2.7-liter engine is the real deal, making 335 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque. It's a huge upgrade over the standard Edge's 2-liter engine and gives real credence to the ST badge. You'll feel the steering wheel tug a little on full throttle, what's referred to as torque steer, before the all-wheel drive system helps rein it in. When driving for the thrill of performance, it's all about pressing the S in the center of the rotary dial. You can also put the traction and stability control systems in a sport or full off mode, but there's seemingly little difference in the handling when you do. The ST sticks pretty well no matter what. Ford's all-wheel drive utilizes a disconnect feature to save gas, letting the front wheels do all of the work without parasitic losses until more grip is needed. Unlike the Raptor though, another Ford Performance truck, the Edge's sport gauges are minimal in scope, dated, and small. There's also no heads-up display, which is particularly helpful in a faster drive like this. The 8-speed auto is smart in keeping the revs where you want them, but the paddle shifters are hugely disappointing. Way too slow to react to your input, especially upshifts. Another sign of age is the lack of drive modes. There's only normal or sport.
Just remember that this isn't an Edge RS, it's an ST. So its sportiness is somewhat muted. It's still fun, but there's nothing crazy going on here. Now, I would definitely recommend the summer tire and brake package to maximize this Edge's athleticism, because these Hancooks really don't complement the sport-tuned suspension. Surprisingly, the ride is very smooth and the cabin is Lexus quiet. And then, in sport mode, the engine and exhaust really get to shine. And those two are my favorite attributes of the ST experience. It looks great, particularly in this ruby red. But inside here, the Edge's advanced age is beginning to show.
At $2,695, it's a pricey grouping, but if you're really looking for true ST-level handling and braking performance, this package is a must. It adds 21-inch wheels, max performance summer tires, and upgraded brakes that I can only assume take better advantage of the ST's tighter suspension tune. As is here, the crisper steering and greater body control kind of get lost by the softer sidewalled all-seasons. And yes, the Edge ST has nailed the racier look. Beefed up bodywork, riding on 20s with unique exhaust outlets, this SUV turns heads. And the special sport seats, sculpted with suede-like inserts, are a perfect fit for an ST. With nearly every option, this Edge sits at $49,925. And for that, I'd like to see even more. Yes, there's a heated steering wheel, heated front and rear seats, also ventilated in the front, wireless device charging, all of Ford's latest infotainment, including navigation and a Wi-Fi hotspot, remote start, and auto everything like high beams and adaptive cruise control with a stop-and-go feature. But no all-wheel drive lock mode, no sliding rear seats, no rear USB ports or window sunshades, combined with the aforementioned emissions, take the ST down just a notch. And other than this splash screen, there's little in the way of ST bling. I'd like to see even more. When driving more leisurely, the ST plays nice with a super quiet cabin and relaxed powertrain operation. The exhaust is barely distinguishable until Sport is selected. There's also a foot-activated liftgate, excellent cargo room, remote seat switches, and some clever underfloor storage. So its family responsibilities are firmly intact, including its gas mileage, which still runs on regular at 21 mpg as compared with 23 in the standard Edge. However, its total driving range drops below 400 miles. Though it doesn't blow my mind from behind the wheel, the Edge ST indulges the SUV driver's spicier side at a sub $50,000 price. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.